9:45. Welcome to the general meeting for the District 20 President's. We have a very short items, and then we have a guest speaker, Ms. Christine Farrell. She will give a presentation on sound record keeping as soon as this meeting is adjourned. So I just want to share some things that we've been doing in our PTA and give you some ideas about what you can do for your PTAs going forward. Some things might work for you, some things might not. So it's just pick and choose, but this way, what I would like to start doing is sharing information between the PTAs. Everything that we do, if we can the more information that we have, the better our negotiating power, both with vendors or with anything else that we need to do. Along with fundraising, so what 187 is trying to do is we're exploring the idea of becoming a not-for-profit organization. And that's an elaborate thing. And what I'm going to do is, as we go step by step, I'm going to share what we're doing and what it entails so that you can look at it and decide if either now or down the road it would be good for your school. Yes, Bill?
Is the president or somebody from 686 here?
Yes.
Because you're a nonprofit
We are,
organization.
you're talking about the PTO.
They have a
parent teacher organization.
501c organization.
Yeah, she was very nice, but you didn't set this up. This was set, you inherited this.
Yes, I did.
So yeah, there's no. What I'm doing is trying to learn, and then I'll have a roadmap
Well,
for anyone who wants to
they have a
follow.
roadmap, so maybe you can pick their brains.
I'm happy to talk to you guys.
That's
I
great.
do have expertise.
Yes, well, that's wonderful. Again, I reached out. So some of the things. Go ahead.
Matter too.
I'm sorry?
It's a costly matter that not most PTA will have enough funds to support it.
So-
Because you have to be independently audited every year.
Yes. So it does. It's not for every PTA, and there are some pitfalls involved, especially for middle schools, because of continuity. And that's the biggest thing, is that we're all just passing through, and especially in a middle school, it's only 3 years. You want to be able to have this thing survive, and not all of a sudden the people who set it up leave, and now this scary thing with some paper requirements is there, and then they drop the ball, and there might be some there are complaints, and there might be some fines because there's paperwork involved. So my understanding is the best way to do that. There's a couple of ways we could address that. The first is you have to have an outside CPA that's going to be the person that's going to interface with whoever is in that PTA, whoever that person might be. So you hire someone, and I'm in the process. Now, technically, I believe if you have $50,000 or more in your bank, you're supposed to have an outside, you're recommended to have an outside CPA. Trying to find a CPA that works with nonprofits or works with PTAs or is familiar with DOE is a very difficult matter. I'm researching it still. I'm asking for recommendations. If anybody has ideas of CPAs who has this experience, please contact me. But I'm in the process now of going through and asking as many people as I can and vetting them and seeing if they'd be interested in working with us on a long-term matter. Anyway?
Why are you going that route, the nonprofit? Is there a reason why you like it, or?
So yes, a lot of the parents have said, I mean, look, it's more professional. It allows everybody's deductions, donations to be tax deductible. So if you give $200 to the school, now you're going to get back whatever the margin is on your taxes. So if you're in the 28% federal, 12% city and state, you're getting back 40 cents on the dollar, maybe. Who knows what it's going to be? I think no matter what happens, I think charitable deductions are going to stay going forward. So it makes that, and then so many other deductions are not staying. It makes it even more valuable to be able to deduct these things. In addition, I don't know, does anybody else have auctions? We have an auction, 229 auction, 3-4 auctions. So if you're a 501(c) and you go to these businesses, it's a lot easier for you to get stuff from them. Okay?
Also, some corporations like Kohl's, if you have a 501(c)(3), right?
Mhm.
If you have that, they'll donate, like, they don't donate money or gift cards or anything like that, but they'll donate work gifts. So if you're like having a carnival and you need 3 volunteers, they'll give you the 3 volunteers, or if you're cleaning out if you're doing the schools, cleaning out closets or doing like heavy work, and you need people to work, they'll donate workers' time, pay them too. Like things like that. On certain corporations, you get certain benefits.
Amazon Smile,
Yeah.
deposit paybacks, or anything like that, you can be a 501c3. It also allows, if your parents donate money, to get a match from their employer, they have the employee match program. It's just it opens a lot of doors and opportunity for funding, even private grants to corporations and foundations. You get a 501c3, and that's why people do it.
Great, yes, thank you
But
very
we
much.
gotta weigh the cost, because having a CPA on a yearly basis,
It's probably about $1,000, I was told. I don't know, is anybody else? Again, it depends on your PTA's budget. $1,000 may not be in the scheme of things. If you're bringing in a ton of money, it may be okay. If you're not, there are other options that I also want to speak to you about. The big thing with both of these options is documentation. You have to have your bank statements. You have to really have a mission statement. You have to have all of these things in place going back at least 3 years. Now, the other option that I'm familiar with, and is called a fiscal sponsorship. So I'm familiar, a lot of my friends are producers, theater producers, dance theater producers, and what they do is they didn't want to go through being a nonprofit themselves, so they have an umbrella organization. I'm familiar with Fractured Atlas, and the theater company would sign up with Fractured Atlas, and Fractured Atlas is its own nonprofit, and what they do is they funnel the money. You donate to Fractured Atlas for, say, Vito's Theater Company, and then the individual who donates gets the tax-deductible donation. There's a 6% to 10% service charge depending on which umbrella organization you use, and when people donate, there's always the option, they always ask the question, you're donating $100, would you like to donate $106 and pay the service fee for your organization? And in my experience, most people who donate choose to donate the $6, and so you get the full $100 that they intended to donate in the first place. Now, so I, in addition to exploring 501(c)(3) for us, I'm also exploring umbrella organizations and what they require to go forward and to support the PTAs. And a longer-term project, crazy project in our head, my head, which I get a lot of those, is maybe District 20 President's Council can be a 501(c)(3). Okay, and we would be the repository. We would gather the funds, and we would give the funds to 229 or to 186 or 187. And of course, we would do it for free. We wouldn't get a service charge. We wouldn't take a service charge because we're doing it in cooperation with our PTAs. Again, that's something. Again, that's when we get more people involved, and we can get committees together, and we could have more people that could help. Maybe we could do something or explore the feasibility of doing something like that. Anything else? Questions? Banking and Treasury. Some PTA presidents sent an email. They're wondering why we weren't doing a banking and treasury report. This has been a transition year, both for the President's Council and I believe for the CEC as well. So we were trying to get everything together we needed to do. That's in place now, hopefully. We're going to get this stuff together, and hopefully we'll be able to have a treasury report for the next meeting. There are $40 dues. We're going to keep it at that level. No one's the really overachievers just gave me a check today, so thank you so much. We will be asking you for $40 going forward from all of the school PTAs. Okay, so next month, December, Treasurer's Report, how to prepare for the year-end review, the duties of the Treasurer. Jesse Mojica is the Executive Director of Parent Leadership. He said that I could call him, and he will arrange for someone to come here on the topic. Also, I have an individual, one of the individuals on the CPAC, he's a CPA, and he said he would come if his schedule allowed. There was some conflict with his DLT meetings, but someone will be here, fingers crossed, next month to talk about treasury issues, touch upon the proper way to document things, and that meeting will be
Yes, we got this one
right
for
here.
next
This is a
year.
great space.
Oh,
Reminds me of every basement
Looks right for me.
in the 70s, right? Every basement that I've ever been in the
Looks right for me.
1970s.
I'm
Yes,
also-
Perfect.
it's a wonderful
My
thing.
house is around the
So,
corner.
so December 8th
When
at
we
9
come here, I'll
o'clock.
invite you for a lunch.
Yes, yeah, come in. Yeah, we're going to your house after
You're
this.
coming to my house after.
Yes,
we
absolutely.
go to get some lunch. Looks well for me.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
9 o'clock?
December 8th, 9 a.m. is the executive meeting. It's open to the public, it's open to anybody who wants to come in and watch it, and 9:30 is the general meeting. And hopefully we'll have snacks. What?
Eight.
Snacks,
Eight.
yes?